Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Hello to Janice Goodrich. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. April May, Elaine Parker, Beverly Pottington. Thank you. Sorry. Rhonda Bryant, Betty Glenn, Reba Henderson. Welcome. C Mac, Church Nellie. Well, hello to you too, Church Nellie. Margaret Rollin, hello, thank you. Annie Bullard, Connie Balmer. Wait, I could do better than that. Connie Balmer. Hi, Connie Balmer. Sharon Chung, Cynthia Thorpe. Hello to Lorna Williams, Midwife K, allegedly Shady Shannon. I love that. Joan Garcia. Um, Hello to Susie Q, Sister and Cece, Elena, uh, Miranda Rios. I said that already. Oh, and you know what? Didn't I see? Oh, there we go. I knew I saw something. Marcel Kendrick, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, squaddies. Wishing all happy new year 2023. Yeah, hey, 2023. Can you believe it's another year already? Vanetta Chapman, Hello Legs, Sherry Ware. Um, who else is here? Joan Garcia and Anastasia Isabella. Who else? Puzzle Dot. Wow, you know what? I've had you guys waiting for so long. Hey, Sean, I'm going to scroll all the way to the. Thank you so much, Joan Lawman. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member and, of course, for watching Royal Sussex. And hello to uh, Deirdre Monkey. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. I'm scrolling. Keep those wheels a rolling, rawhide. Okay. Rolling. Yeah. Hey, Cookies and Cream. Lily Lamar. Ride 'em in. Head 'em up. Ride 'em in. Move along. Head 'em up. Rawhide. Hello, Lydia Washington. Rawhide. That was a good song, wasn't it? Rawhide. Okay. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. You know, when I say rawhide, I don't know what comes to mind. Rawhide. I don't know. I'm thinking of something, and I don't know what rawhide. I don't know what it is. Uh, so yesterday I changed the thumbnail that I used yesterday because I just didn't think that the other one quite, you know, well, the other one was one that I repurposed again and again. So I thought, you know what? Make a new one. So I did something that would reflect the mood of the moment. And so that's it right there. And of course, the image of the that I used for Politico. Well, that needs no explanation if you watch yesterday. And of course, the caption, leave Princess Meghan alone. Leave Meghan alone. And, you know, I can't help but think that someone over at the uh, Daily Mail, dailyfail.com, somebody must have been watching because look at this. Look at this. Now, of course, there's nothing new about that sentiment. Leave Meghan alone. But how interesting that I changed my thumbnail. And then later on yesterday, I saw this as the header for the um, Daily Fails. So there you go. Somebody must be watching over there. Um, or maybe not. May have been just by chance because, as you can see, they have gone through quite a few of the people that I follow on the Twitter, and they've actually lifted some of those Twitter handles and comments and put them right there in the article. So could just be a matter of them, you know, taking that sentiment or maybe even somebody else's comment, leave Meghan alone, and then that's what happened. But just thought it was a big coincidence. That's all, that I did this, and then later on that happened. So you never know. There are what is that movie? The Hills Have Eyes. I think that means somebody's watching. Anyway, Meghan Markle fans brand Politico racist and demand outlet apologize for publishing essay branding royal a narcissist and likening her to Trump, Elizabeth Holmes, and Kanye West. I think that the apology is in order because it was totally outrageous, and if it creates some narrative as though the Duchess of Sussex has anything to do with an anti-Semite or some con artist, flim flammer, or something like that. None of that is true, of course, and the idea that they would liken her to something as awful as that, or any of those people for that matter, is it stinks. It just stinks and is so out of order. So they were very wrong for that, and I'm glad that people are calling them out. And of course, some of those people, most of those people that are calling out Politico, they're definitely not squatties. They're just people who have had enough of this usual um, song and dance routine where they try to blame everything, including the snow in Buffalo, on Harry and Meghan. Mostly Meghan, of course. Meghan is the one who takes most of the slings and arrows. So here you have how it started. 2022 is a year we all finally got tired of narcissists. And as I said, that that headline rather, that is designed for maximum damage. And in maximum damage, what I'm referring to is, let's see. So these are from yesterday. This one. Okay, this one right here. Harry and Meghan might not like the price of financial independence. Again, from the same writer, Joanna Weiss, um, the editor of the Experience magazine. All right, so she edits a magazine called Experience, which, having a magazine nowadays is a dime a dozen, and some names will take notice or we get notice of, and others we don't, because it's never been easier to have a magazine in history, because you just need only find people to write and then throw it on the World Wide Web and you have a magazine. Okay, not a big deal. It's like self-publishing a book. It's never been easier to publish a book because of the micro press. You don't have to distribute huge bundles of books. You can have the books made to order as you go. So, not the biggest deal in the world. Um, and of course, this one right here, designed to provoke. Why are American conservatives siding with the royal family? As I said yesterday, this is designed as a marching order. This is to inform anyone who finds themselves right leaning, anyone who calls themselves a conservative, or if you will, a Republican, or even worse, a MAGA. If you find yourself under any of those banners, this is your marching order. This means that you are duty bound and obliged to side with the British royal family. Period. Full stop. Don't you dare get involved with Harry and Meghan. They're no longer members of the family. what is that they say? Oh, they gave up their titles. They're not royal anymore. They're former royals. Just made up stuff, obviously. They retain the titles. They are His and Her Highness. And of course, as long as Harry lives and breathes, he's Prince Harry. And as long as Meghan lives and breathes, she's Princess Henry of Wales. She's a princess styled as the Duchess of Sussex. Period. That does not go away. As Sarah Ferguson is still considered the Duchess of York. People refer to her as the Duchess of York, and she's divorced from that vicious bowl of jello. So, um, none of that means anything. And I do believe in the article there was a reference that the former royals or whatever it was, um, none of that is true. They are still royals through and through. And as it goes by law, by tradition, whatever is his is hers, and whatever is hers is his. So they are a royal couple, period. And that grates on the nerves of some people, but that's just the way it is. And until they decide that they do not want to be addressed or known or called by those titles, I intend to keep using them. I'm going to use them until I hear otherwise. So that was from yesterday, and this is where it all started. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to get into that. Maybe it did not start with her. Maybe it started someplace else. And at someplace, well, that's going to take a little digging to figure that out. But we'll work it out somehow. So what did I see here? Darnell Roland, thank you so. I'm sorry, Roland. That is. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you as always for watching Royal Sussex. And happy holidays to you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching. So, oh yeah, Royal Sussex, and then of course, Joan Garcia says, Baron, even scholars uh, quote, your words. Professor Melissa Murray on MSNBC recently said the calls are coming from inside the house. Thank you so much, Joan Garcia. Wow, I would be so amazed and so flattered if I thought Professor Melissa Murray actually watched Royal Sussex. That I would get a kick out of that. But it's nice to think so. So thank you, Joan Garcia. That makes my day. Thank you very much, and thank you for the super chat. And Connie Balmer! Connie Balmer, Meghan's life is threatened. She must not go to the UK ever. Connie Balmer, there are many that are in agreement with that. Um, I have, I understand it, and I understand why you say that, but at the same time, is also lets the bullies win. So, as I often say, I am going to trust Harry where that is concerned because Harry is the soldier. Harry is, from that institution, and I think that if they make an informed decision together, that is probably okay. But yes, her life is threatened, and we can't ignore that. And we're all entitled to feel anxious about it. And of course, we all have to pray and hope that they have the proper protection needed should they ever go back there. But it is something that, whereas I always say, it is a thing. It is definitely a thing. And it's not something that's contrived or made up. It is an ongoing issue. The fact that not just Meghan, but Harry's life is also threatened by any possibility of a return to the UK. So um, we'll just have to pray. And I'm gonna, trust. I'm gonna trust Harry and Meghan what's proper to do. But if for any reason, on the odd chance that one of the Sussexes are actually listening to Royal Sussex right now, um, if your gut says stay away and stay home, that is the best thing to do. That will serve you better than going over there where the threats have, well, you know what? But then again, the threats come from here too, because we got those crazy MAGA people. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Connie Balmer. And let's just pray for the Sussexes that whatever they choose to do, that they do what's best. And also, it is probably a good idea if they don't go to the coronation. I don't know how I feel about that right now. Um, I'm just gonna say it. They shouldn't go. They shouldn't go, and it's best if they don't. It's nothing to prove by going. This whole thing about doing it on Archie's birthday, I think that alone is like a provocation against them. So that's where the brutality starts right there, is to declare your coronation on a child's birthday, and it I can't help but think it's delivered. So yeah, thank you, Connie Barber, and thanks for reminding me about that, because I had kind of not thought about it for a while, but it makes sense. It does make sense. Thank you very much. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Yeah, that is a tough one right there. I don't know. You know what? I will let's see how it goes with the with the book. Plus, well, hard to say. It's hard to say. Hmm. Black Queen, how are you today? I hope you're feeling well. What do you consider conservative? They are surely not conservative, or, I mean, on diabolical immorality and inhumanity, oxymoron, if ever there was one. Yes, Black Queen, exactly. Thank you so much for your comment. I do hope you're feeling better. Thank you so much for being here. And as Black Queen can remind us all, it has been a very stressful and tough time with some of these topics and subject matters concerning the Sussexes. And of course, not even just the Sussexes, but um, for Black women in particular, women of color, this has been quite the year. Um, it's not that anything is so different. It's almost business as usual with misogyny and stuff. But still, still, I think seeing things directed toward the Duchess of Sussex, who is in a position and a place where you would think she would be more protected from a lot of this like electronic lynching. But she's not. She's not safe. She's not protected from it, and the nastiness that comes from mostly the political right wing is so bold and even worse, unchallenged. It goes unchallenged. And the mass media, I mean, you just cannot trust them. The old legacy media, you cannot trust them anymore. I realized that that trust was completely eroded when Donald John Trump went into the White House. That's when I realized you just could not trust the legacy media or the mass media, the big six United States media giants, conglomerates. You just can't trust them. That happened lets you know that they are not there to protect us. They are not there to advocate for us. They're there to make money. And if money means putting your wealthy friends in places of power, then that's exactly what it is. And anybody who challenges that, they they're somehow suppressed. So thank you so much, Black Queen. Gosh, I unloaded a lot with that, didn't I? Sorry about that. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna make sure there's no additional super chats that I missed. Oh, there is one right there. Hello, Legs. If Harry and Meghan go, the royal family will do their best to slight the Sussexes. Also, If the royal family seem accepting, it will all be for show and clicks. Look at Baldilocks during the funeral. Kate didn't hide it. Legs, that is true. That is true. And if the funeral is in any way a bellwether for forecasting, should we go or should we not go, that is probably the best evidence right there to stay away. Because the funeral, well, you know what? That was Harry's grandmother, and he wanted to show proper respects. And of course, with Philip, again, his grandfather, he wants to show proper respect. But that is no longer obligatory because it is not a funeral, it's just a coronation. And they have, in so many ways, indicated that the Sussexes are not welcome. Whether it was that glaring idiot, the what is that? The Wessex woman. What is her name? Wessex, Ford Fiesta. Um, oh my God, I can't remember her name, and that's a good thing. Um, Sophie, the Wessex woman. Yeah, the fact that she was openly glaring at Meghan, and of course the shade from mediocre Middleton, it's probably best that they don't go. So yeah, I guess that makes up my mind for me. Better to stay away. Is really no reason to go. I'll let that be their choice, and whatever the Sussexes do, I support them. But there's really no real need to go. I mean, the best seat is watching it on television, I would suppose, and especially the safest place to be is to watch it on television, because when these two walk into Westminster Abbey, place of grace and holiness, and then they start putting that anointed oil on them, who knows what's going to happen? They may become combustible and explode into a mountain of quivering flesh. I mean, it's not going to be pretty. God don't like ugly. He just don't like ugly. So God, I got to stop doing that. But thank you so much, Legs, and thank you so much for the super chat, and as always for watching Royal Sussex. But yeah, okay. So let me open up another window here so I can see what you guys are seeing. You know what? I am going to jump ahead just a little bit. Nope. You know what? I'm going to stay with this. Give me just a second, though. I need to do something. I'll be right back. It is getting hot in here. I'm having like a Church Nelly hot flash. So give me a second. Okay, disaster averted. All right, I'm back. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I saying? That's a good question. Um, Interesting. I think Kate had a secret crush on Harry and got pissed when Harry and Meghan got together. I'm sorry, she's clearly jealous. H got himself a beautiful black queen. Let me see. She went after William in college to snag him. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, got that one. IJS. Took me a second. I'm just saying. Got it. All right, so let me move on here. Let me take that away. Oh, wait. That and all right, so here we go. Let's get to the meat of it. Here they go again. Friends of the Royals, owner of Politico, sanction another hit piece on Meghan and Harry. What a disgusting family Harry has. And here's the owner of Politico with Harry's dad and stepmother. Well, okay. So this guy in the bow tie was the owner of Politico. His name is Joe Albritton. Albritton. It's spelled Albritton. Prince Charles cuts pal Joe Albritton out of organic cookie business. Well, that's another unrelated story. But let's go back in time just a little bit. Joe Albritton was actually friends with the future king and his mistress. Yeah, mistress. Mistress? Yeah, were they still mistress at the time? Well, mistress. Okay. Anyway, they actually came to the wedding for Will and Kate. Yes, Joe Albrighton and his wife, Barbie, I'll never forgive her for that nickname, Barbie, they were invited to the royal wedding in 2011. So the guy with the glasses, that is the son of Joe. And oh my gosh, what is his name again? Let me move on here. There you go. Prince Charles and Camilla in second day of U.S. visit with glitzy black tie charity dinner after Royals' impassioned speech on recycling. Yeah, he was droning on about it then too. So there is Charles and Camilla visiting with Joe. Yeah, that's his name. Joe All Joe Albritton. Joe Albritton and his wife. So obviously they're close. And this story is from 2015. The father died in 2012. So that's why the son has taken over Political. Charles and Camilla attend a dinner hosted by Barbie Albritton, um, at the head of the Prince's charity in the U.S. on Wednesday night. The royal couple are on a 4-day trip to the U.S., which will mostly be spent in Washington, D.C., after a visit to Louisville, Kentucky. On Wednesday morning, they were swarmed by well wishers as they visited the Martin Luther King and Abraham Lincoln memorials in Washington, D.C. They then headed to George Washington's home before returning to D.C., where Charles gave an impassioned speech. I'm sorry, passage, 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 gave a speech. He gave a speech, darn it, about the environment on Thursday. And let's see, the royal couple will meet with the President Obama. So, yeah, this was back in 2015. So it just goes to show the close connection between Charles, Camilla, and of course the owners of Politico. As a matter of fact, does it mention Politico here? Let me see. Uh, no, oh, there it is right there. Look at that second to last column. The couple, who will celebrate their 10th anniversary next month, put on their best dress for a dinner hosted by Barbie Albritton, the head of the Prince's Charity in the U.S., and the widow of Joe Albritton, who owned news stations and the website Politico. There it is right there, Politico. The Albrittons. Am I saying it right? Albritton or Albrighton? Albrittons. I'm thinking Madeline Albright. The Albrittons were so close to the British royals that they were two of the few Americans invited to the royal wedding between Charles' son, William, and Kate Middleton in 2011. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Cheryl says Politico is saying something because of the backlash they were getting from around the world by more than just Sussex Squad. Their evil intent backfired and created more supporters of Meghan and Harry. That is so true. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And Big Mama's in the house. What up, Big Mama? Hey, Big Mama. Okay. I wish Charles would dump Camilla. She's not helping him with the company she keeps. He could be single. He doesn't need a queen consort. Well, you know what, Kim? Interestingly enough, when Charles was trying to sell the idea of marrying Camilla, he promised that Camilla would never be known as queen consort. She would use the style princess consort. But somehow things changed, as they often do. They coerced the queen into giving her approval of the idea of calling Camilla queen consort in the future and showing her the same respect that they would show, blah, 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 blah. That is what changed on Ascension Day this year, Ascension Day. Let me take you away from here for a second, and I will show you what I mean. There it is, Ascension Day 2022. It's hard to believe that happened this year. A lot happened in 2022 where the Sussexes and the rest of that horrible family is concerned. But the Queen only signed a statement and gave approval to that statement this year, saying that on the 70th anniversary of her reign, yeah, you know what? Just call her the queen consort. Now, that was not supposed to happen, but Charles broke that promise along with many other promises that he's made and has broken over the years. Let's start with Princess Diana and work our way out from there. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here a little bit, and I think it may be another super chat. Don't want to miss that. Okay, I got that one. And Shelly L says, every time I think of people showing up to the coronation, I think about the family that followed Will and Kate around in Boston, just folks milling around, and that family. Yes, there was a family. There was a family, right, that showed up in Boston. Was it a mother and two daughters that showed up? They were just kind of like almost looking as though allegedly, possibly paid to be in the crowd and paid. Taiwan, thank you so much for 16 months membership. I just saw that out the corner of my eye. 16 months membership? Wow, that's a long time. Thank you so much for that. Sorry about that, Shelly L, but yeah, I just didn't want to miss that going by the corner of my eye there. But yeah, thank you so much for your super chat. And that sounds like something that would probably happen. I'm sure they'll fly that family in just to be the Americans that came a long way story. Let's see. Peaches, thank you so much, Kim Peaches, for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Wednesday to you. It is hump day. Okay, and was there another super chat? Yes. Leg says, anyone else thinking that the Royals can hop can hop to another country and meet with political leaders? Screw diplomacy. If you are not the head of state, you come at your own discretion like everyone else. Well, and of course, he's supposed to be non-political, right? Charles and the rest of the family, they're supposed to be non-political, but the only time someone in the royal family is being political is if their name is Harry and Meghan. Even if they're not doing anything political, even if they're just helping a charity, then they're being political. But someone like Charles can dine with the owner of a political magazine, and that's just Charles hanging out with some friends. But we'll get there. Okay, and thank you so much. I hope I'm saying it. Taiwan, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for your 16 months of membership. And also, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, no wonder over 1,000 people. I'm like, God, this is going kind of fast right now. Hello, light side of the moon. Done with work. Hello, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Thank you so much. Edith Peterson is here. Hi, Edith Peterson. Pedersen. Peterson. Anyway, hi. Okay. And there you go. So there they are, all cozy in Washington. And you know what? I have to say this. That is actually a nice gown that Camilla has on for a change. That is actually very smart looking. I can't believe it. I don't know what's the difference between her being here and back at home, but she actually, except for that tired hair from the 1970s, she actually looks very smart with her waist all cinched in. Okay. All right, Camilla. Let me see. Yeah, right. How could Charles be non-political when he is um, intervening in state affairs? Anyone who has the power to exempt themselves from legislation is political. Amen to that. And let's not even get on his letter writing campaign that he was doing for quite some time. Okay, so far we know of only one local couple who will be at the Westminster Abbey for the nuptials, Joe and Barbie Albritton. That's, of course, the parents that you see in the lower left. Excuse me. Um, a call to the private media mogul was not returned, but the billionaire owner of WJLA TV and Politico and his wife are longtime friends of both Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles. The Albritons share the love of horse racing. They own a horse farm in Upperville, Virginia, and have donated generously to the royal charities. They are so close to the Windsors that they are part of the royal procession at Ascot. A couple of years ago, Charles is flying to DC in Albritton's private jet for an official visit the week after the wedding. Charles is flying. Charles actually took a flight on Albritton's private jet. Huh. Isn't that interesting? And there you can see Washington's Joe and Barney Albritton make royal wedding guest list. Now, what's so interesting about that? Well, you know what? I'll show you that later. But again, there's the little smug son. Why did I just call this man smug? He just looks smug and pompous. Um, Sean says, I hope during the coronation inside the church, when everything is quiet, the man pops up and tells once again, Andrew, you're a sicko man. Disgusting. You know what, Sean? We got to get that kid in there. We have got to get that kid in Westminster Abbey. So when Andrew goes, walking past for the coronation, we got to get that kid in there. That's a good point. Thank you so much, Sean. And I hope we can make it so. And you know who else I want to be there? You know who else I'm dying for him to be there. And that, of course, is wait, let me find him. Let me find him. Oh no, I can't find him. Oh man, just when I'm looking for him, now I can't find him. But of course we want Trenchtown Man to be there. Uh yeah, I don't know where Trenchtown Man is today. Okay, but anyway, I hope Trenchtown Man could be there for the wedding. I mean for the coronation. Thank you so much, Sean. And all right, so here you go. The Texan billionaire who will help make up Charles's side of the Abbey at the royal wedding. So again, This is the wedding for 2011. While Barack Obama and his wife Michelle failed to make the cut, the list of colorful characters includes a United States banker whose family funds right leaning blog Politico and who was criticized for his friendship with Chilean dictator Augusto Pinochet. Also, Joe Albrighton will join newlyweds Prince William and Kate Middleton for their wedding breakfast at Buckingham Palace. Who says money can't buy you access? Isn't that something? The president and the first lady were not invited. It wasn't that they turned down an invitation, they simply were not invited. And usually a first lady goes. If I recall, Nancy Reagan went to Charles and Diana's wedding. I remember that, right? Again, Nancy Reagan went to Charles and Diana's wedding. So, how is it that Michelle Obama, okay, let's say you don't want to invite President Obama because of everything that comes with that, the beast, the big security, and all that kind of stuff. But do you mean to tell me that Michelle Obama was not welcome at the wedding? However, you invite a Texas billionaire? Something's up with that. And of course, there's this weird connection between said Texas billionaire, that's the father, of course, and Charles seeking some type of investment in his organic cookies called Dutchy something organic cookies. But anyway, oh wow, it's a shortbread cookie. I would like to try that one actually. But yeah, so you don't welcome. Are you sure, colorless? Because I don't remember it that way. I don't remember it that way. I mean, Nancy Reagan couldn't just invite herself to the wedding. I do believe she was invited. Plus, the wedding for Charles and Diana was at the St. Paul's Cathedral, which is so much larger than the Westminster Abbey. So, yeah, I don't remember it that way. But if you say so, but I don't remember it that way. Now, got chiclets? Got chiclets? I don't know. I took a look at that mug one more time and I said to myself, what is it I'm seeing? And I somehow I thought about that milk ad and I thought about, you know, chiclets and I put them together. And so instead of got milk is got chiclets. Well, it was either chiclets or the donkey from Hee Haw. And because I, have affection for the donkey from Hee Haw, I decided to go with chiclets. Got chiclets? Anyway, this wannabe band member has made quite a name for herself within the past 48 hours. Now, this was quite a surprise. Thank you so much for this. Came from Royal Suitor. This is Eva Marcille, yeah. Describe Meghan Markle, her co-star in The Boys and Girls Guide to Getting Down, as beautiful, gracious, and fun to work with. But first and foremost, a regular girl. A diamond doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you shine. She's always been a diamond. So I'm going to play a little bit of this for you. But if you want to actually, see the entire thing, please go to the community tab because I actually linked it to the community tab. And that way you can watch the entire interview. And this was on Good Morning Britain, of all places. So let me grab that soundbite for you. I hope it does not buffer, but there's a chance that it just may do that. But we'll try to make it do what it does or do what it do. Okay. Give me just a second here. Okay. Nope, not that. Oh, wow. What is that? 37 minutes ago. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm sorry. Someone sent something that anyway, I'll have to check it out later and then perhaps I'll share it with you tomorrow. Okay, so give me a chance to get this together for you. I don't want to do the long one. I just want to do the short one. So
Markle is beautiful. I think she is an amazing example of excellence. How she has persevered, how she has kept her eyes on the prize, which is the purpose of what God put her on the earth for, and how she deals with all that she deals with on a day-to-day basis. But when working with her, she's a regular girl. And it's most likely why her husband fell in love with her and why her friends are her friends. I mean, a diamond doesn't make you a better person, it just makes you shiny, right? And I think she's always been a diamond. She was always very gracious on set, fun to work with. And no one knew she was going to be the Duchess of Sussex. Like no one,
if only, right?
In a million years. Yeah.
And I think that's what captivates people here in America and also abroad as well.
It's very Diana, you know, it's very Princess Di, where I feel like I think she's a little older than Diana was when she was introduced to the royal family and what that world was like. But just the honesty and the genuineness of her. And I think she just was a girl that fell for a man who happened to be a man of his status, who happened to have been birthed into this family with these expectations and these titles. But at the end of it, you strip all that away, it's just a man in love with a woman. And to have to fight for that love is insane to me, even in these days. And I think it is a modern day love story of what you have to go through to really get your true love. I think that
okay, I thought that was very well put. Thank you so much, Eva. Um, I don't really know her, and I don't recall seeing, but you know, I don't. It's a lot of stuff. It's so much stuff to watch. You know, so much to keep us entertained. So, no big surprise that you know, that I don't know who she is. But anyway, very cool. Also, let me see. Oh, thank you so much. I won't say the name, but someone sent a Cash App, and I just noticed that pop up on my phone. I'll just give the initials C P. Thank you very much for the Cash App, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Wednesday to you, and happy holidays to you. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so that is what she had to say. I thought that was very cool. Now, this was actually another comment from Eva. That's okay. Well, you know what? I'll just play it for you. Um, Let me find that one. Okay, Eva is. Oh, there we go. Is it playing? No.
Suits was one of the best shows of the last 10 years. Meghan did her thing. She was to the ghetto, you go. Suits was one of the best shows of the last 10 years. Meghan did her thing. She was absolutely amazing. I never saw that. I did a movie with Meghan Markle 15 years ago, before she was a princess or any of those things. And she has been a diligent, tried and true, hardworking woman. And she worked $5 million by herself before the prince. To the ghetto, you go.
Okay, so Eva, just in case it was hard to understand that, she said Suits was one of the best shows of the past 10 years. And I worked with Meghan 15 years ago, and she was doing her thing back then. And That was before she became married into that family or became a princess or whatever she said. And she said, and she was worth $5 million before she even got there. So I love the fact that not just on one occasion, but on several occasions, she has, made it very well known that I know her and I know, about her and I support her. I love her. And when she was asked about this for the interview on that they showed on Good Morning Britain, I don't even know that she was aware that that question was coming. But, right off the top of her head, if you watch the entire interview, she knows a lot about the royal family. She knows a lot about Meghan, her friend, and or former co-worker, if you will. And she had nothing but good things to say about her. So it's just incredible, this idea that someone who has worked very hard in her career, speaking of Meghan, of course, who has had nothing but praise and compliments throughout her entire work history, and then she goes to the UK, she marries into that family, and then suddenly she has exposed herself as having hidden all of these what do you call it, antisocial behaviors and narcissism and um, I'm trying to think. Has she been called a sociopath yet? Just narcissism, right? Yeah. So all of those things that she has been hiding all these years, only to expose them and use it against the royal family. Because even though Meghan didn't know anything about the royal family, apparently it's been her idea for years that she should destroy this institution that she knew so little about. I mean, I guess if you don't know about something, that's the natural inclination, is to destroy it. Um, so I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but that's the narrative that is used against Meghan and even against Harry. Harry, likewise, is supposedly trying to destroy the institution. They stay up night after night trying to figure out what to do next, just to make sure that the institution doesn't exist. So it doesn't explain why they still have their titles and haven't relinquished their titles if that's what they had in mind. So none of it makes sense. And I guess that's the point, is as long as it doesn't make sense, then they can confuse people and hopefully find new support amongst the MAGA people. So there we go. And then this young lady, I thought this was really cool. I didn't want to share her Twitter page, but this is from the Twitter. She says right here, watching Harry and Meghan documentary and just saw myself in B-roll. I remember really enjoying her talk at the conference. Could you imagine that? You're watching the documentary and suddenly you see yourself in the crowd as Meghan is talking. So that had to have been really cool. I mean, I guess there's probably a few people who could say the same thing and just haven't recognized themselves or couldn't find themselves. But I love that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Joan Garcia says, Baron, Eva Marcille was in a recent TV movie playing a lawyer who is a fixer. She said Harry and Meghan in that movie. Really? Oh, that is so cool. I love her. Thank you so much for sharing that. I had no idea. Very cool. Okay, very, very cool. And then right here, political article on narcissists is a thinly veiled hit job on Meghan Markle. This article came out on the 27th. Oh my gosh, Susie The name of the magazine is Susie something. The Susie something. You know, I forgot to put the name of the magazine, but you could find the article. Julia Glassman wrote the article, and I forgot to add the title of the magazine. It's an online magazine. And anyway, she lays out the case that, of course, the political article is nothing more than a thinly veiled hit job on Meghan Markle. So, you guys, this has been spreading far and wide. And it's not that people are, especially people who support the Sussexes. Obviously, you're not going to turn them. But there are people who are just mildly informed, very mildly informed about the Sussexes, that suddenly have made a choice to support them, or at the very least, in some instances, that speak out for them. Political magazine slammed for calling Meghan Markle a narcissist. Yet another article that is online right now from another magazine that I forgot to title. And then here are some of the Twitter accounts that, okay, putting someone like Meghan Markle in the group called narcissists with the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk is not just deeply disrespectful. It shows just how deeply anti-Black and misogynist people really are. That's Dante Stewart. And then there, Matt Walton says, so weird when Princess Diana criticized the royal family ad nauseum, she became the world's favorite woman. Now that Meghan Markle does it, it's everyone, it does. I'm sorry. Now that Meghan Markle does it, everyone hates her. Gee, I wonder what the difference is between the two of them. Well, that's pretty obvious. And then, of course, Jonathan Pye, who has a bit of a satirical report that he does. It's a character that he does as a beat reporter on the street, but maybe you've seen him, maybe you're not. But his name is Jonathan Pye, and he's very well known. He says, whatever your feelings of Harry and Meghan, I think it's important to remember that Prince Andrew paid a woman £12 million to stop calling him a nonce. All right. And then John Cassidy says, Daily Mail, the Harry and Meghan Netflix series is such an outrage. We have decided not to cover it except on pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and, on and on. So that is how they have to. Yeah, the Daily Mail has taken a stance that they are so tired of Harry and Meghan that they are only going to cover them on at least the first 30 pages. And then after that, they're done with them until the next day. I love that. Let me see. Anna Boyd, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. And then right here, Joanna Weiss, you can see some of her things, including a image of her. That background photo there is her in her all-girls band. Well, okay, the scandalous history of America's newest media baron, the new owner, that is, of Politico, Axel Springer. Well, he was the owner, has a decades-long record of bending journalists' ethics for right-wing causes. He has produced a long trail of vindictive yellow journalism in Germany, coverage more akin to a blend of the National Enquirer and Fox News than a serious aspirations of Politico. Today's Germans. Oh, so that's when Politico took a turn, was when he bought it. Today, Germans say they must billed significantly less than other German media sources. Okay, so I knew Politico was supposed to be just a little bit like left wing, but the fact that they have this like attack piece on Meghan is kind of like Newsweek. Newsweek went from being this very serious political magazine, and now it has become like a gossip rag. And that's the same thing with Politico. At one time, it seemed like it was kind of serious journalism, and now it is, doing the bidding of the royal family. So there you go. Pretty sad, though. All in all, pretty sad. And then right here, Daily Sweden. Contrary to haters' theories, Meghan didn't ensnare Harry. Harry and Meghan finally released their docuseries, and even though I did not watch all of the available episodes, you can imagine my delight learning that Meghan is not the let me see, pull that down, is not the woman sorcerer who ensnared, trapped, or clung to Harry, as has been insinuated by her haters. My word. So the ginger saw a pretty girl on Snapchat, her beauty shining through a face covering emoji, and got the hots for her. I can literally hear haters crawling back into their holes. I mean, we know that every time a powerful man falls for a pretty woman, it's almost always assumed that she trapped him somehow, as if powerful men are not flawed humans like all of us. I have read commentaries on the docuseries lamenting that there is nothing really new about the couple in the series, other than mostly what we already out there, except for except for what was mostly already out there. Except now we get to hear it from their own mouths. Personally, this is factual correction of Tom Bauer's claim in his book that Meghan was hunting for a British man, and this is what the docuseries got right for me. Racists found it so hard to accept a privileged ginger could simply fall head over heels in love with a biracial woman, and so she must have bewitched him, except she didn't. She simply took a selfie. That's it. She simply took a selfie. Harry saw it, and she fell in love. And he fell in love with her. And that's the selfie right there. That is the dog-eared nose and wagging tongue selfie that had Harry smitten. Harry looked and said, "Who's that?" "Oh, that's Meghan Markle." "Who?" "Meghan Markle. She's on Suits." So that's how that happened. And then over here, as I said, you guys, and I'm sharing these with you just so that you guys know that there is a counter narrative to all of the hate. Harry and Meghan haters, time to face the fact you are being played. For years, the right-wing tabloids had poured false poison and vitriol over everyone that dares challenge them. Now the Sussexes are fighting back, bullying and abuse. Liars, selfish, greedy, manipulative, controlling, vulgar, demanding, fake, attention seekers, evil. That is one of the categories that they covered in this magazine. So I'm just breaking down the headings for the points that they were making. Like, for instance, tabloid intimidation. The tabloids rule by intimidation. They can bring down anyone who doesn't play their game, including the royal family. And then in the next section, it was besides the fact that hate sells, why would the tabloids want to destroy Meghan and Harry? The UK tabloids presumed that no one, not even the royals, would dare stand up to them because they have the power to take anyone down. The Sussexes have broken the unspoken contract between the royals and the tabloids. Harry and Meghan have successfully sued several, and Harry is now part of a new major legal challenge: manipulation and manufactured hate to make money. In October of 2021, a media report from Bot Sentinel, a Twitter analytics service, began analyzing the online hate toward Markle, focusing on Twitter. And then this last one, Kate versus Meghan. One can do no wrong, the other can do the other no right. So that is in that article in the Yorkshire Bylines. That was just a little snippet of it. If you want to see more of it, please go to the Yorkshire Bylines and look up that article. You will see that photo of Harry and Meghan, and the article is by Lisa Burton. And then there's this one right here. No mama deciding which son, not mama deciding which son is a keeper based on whether he picks Harry over the egghead. Good job, mama. All right, so I'll let you listen to that one. And it is coming up. My goodness, you guys are going to get out of here early today. Happy, joy for you. I'm happy for you guys. I am almost done. Let me see. Where is that little snippet? Come on, Mom. Where are you, Mom? I need you, Mom. Okay. Mother knows best, right? I think so. Let me see if I can. Oh, hold on, you guys. Hold on. I have to pause for technical difficulty, but I got it. No worries. All right, here we go.
So, would you rather be Prince William, who one day might be king, or Prince Harry, who gets to live in Santa Barbara with a cute actress wife?
I would be the Santa Barbara one.
Good. I'd like you to stay close to me, too.
I'm going to explain to you what's going on, right? Because as a mother of two boys, this is what's sad about Prince Harry and Prince William. Prince Harry and Prince William were basically the Drake and Brandon of Woodland Hills, except it was in England, okay? They were about the same age difference. Do you think Prince Harry got the better end of the deal, or Prince William, who one day will be king, got the better end of the deal?
I think the other guy who married the actress got it better.
That's what I want. I want you to stay in California, right close to your mother. Okay, you're welcome to marry any girl that can get you a $16 million house in Montecito. I love you.
So both sons answered correct. And Mom says to the spare, that's her caption, the spare son. But yeah, so the first kid is the one sitting at the table. And of course, he would rather do as Harry. And then the spare son, the younger son, said the same. So Mom is incredibly happy with her two sons. And of course, she even closed by saying, you can marry anyone you want who gets you a $16 million mansion in Montecito, or Santa Barbara, as she said. So very cool, Mom. And that was what she posted. So you guys, again, I know it has been a very, very tough week, but I don't want you guys ending this year in despair because of all this negative nastiness. There are so many more people that are so much more supportive of Harry and Meghan than it was before the Netflix docuseries. So progress is being made. That is the point, that progress is being made. Also, why is Kate giving off the shadow vibe? Is it just me? They're not through with Kate in that outfit. And then, of course, one last glance at the person who started a lot of this nastiness, whatever her name is, Joanna something. And then, of course, this right here. How ridiculous that the king and queen consort comes out their house clapping their hands to show support to the NHS. Just give them some money. Rather than having this big coronation, just give them some more money. That's what they really want. Just give them money. Give them money and they can go back to work, and there won't be any more shortages. That's it. Don't come outside clapping your hands. Nobody really cares for that, but they did it. And okay, and one important thing, you guys, and remember this: what is the most important thing you've done this year? What is the most important thing that you've done this year? It's right there in black and white. Survived. We have survived yet another year. So go forth ye into the world and make sure you take care of yourselves and your families, and also stand up for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and anybody else that has found themselves under the shadow of that horrible institution known as the royal family, the firm. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. There is a list. Thank you so much, Sherry Ware. I am going to go to my list, and I believe that you will find the Duchess of Success in progress. Okay, my list. Let me see, donations and memberships. This is it. Joan Lawman, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Marcel Kendricks, Annie Bennett for 6 months membership. Elaine Parker, thank you. Darnell Rowland, Joan Garcia, Connie Balmer, Legs, Shelly L, Kim Peaches, Kim Peaches, thank you so much. And Tao, thank you for the membership, and also along with that 16 months membership, thank you for the super sticker. And thank you, Sean and Anna Boyd. Thank you as well. All right, you guys, thank you. That's it for Royal Sussex today. I will see you all tomorrow. Remember, do not despair. There are so many more people out there that are supporting the Duke and Duchess of Sussex than there was just weeks ago. And the momentum is building. The Sussexes have what they refer to as the Big Mo. So stick with that and try to shake off whatever negative feelings that are holding you down or making you feel bad. The Sussexes are still winning. So to continue this conversation, Duchess of Success is on right now. There's the link at the top of the chat. And also, I will be looking for the last word of the day, which is, you know what? That's the last word. Survived. That's the last word. I'll do the last word myself today. And then with that, of course, we'll send out our usual love and appreciation to the two queens. Our Queen of Hearts, which is Princess Diana, and our Queen of Everything, which is Queen Doria. And so I am going to go on and do a Ginger Avenger and see you all tomorrow. All right, here we go.